Hey guys, welcome to another interesting episode on K Sport Podcast. The big boys call me Tfwesh, aka the sports chef, serving banter on a platter. Yeah, we are here this morning, this beautiful morning, to talk the only thing that unites people from all forms and walks of life. That is football. That is what we do on K Sport Podcast. We talk football. And today is one interesting episode because I have somebody in the house, not somebody, a legend in sport journalism in Nigeria. So it needs no introduction, not even little, no introduction. My legend, my mentor, a brother, and a role model, sir.
I didn't overwhelm you. I'm not sure I don't reach legend, but thank you for the kind words. Good to be here. I love this space. Beautiful job you guys are doing. Yes, I am honored to be on this platform.
Yes, sir. My fans would like to know the name of my. I don't want to say.
My name is Tobi Adepoju. People call me OGANLA Media, or I named myself OGANLA Media, and OGANLA Media has been one popular name like that for 14 years, and it has been a good ride.
Yeah. OGANLA Media, that's a well-known name, and I would like to ask I would like to touch this topic briefly. Mr. Adepoju, how did you, what gingered you, what made you choose, okay, I want football, I want sport, I want to grow in this space?
Yeah, absolutely. Just like every other kid, I grew up in a small community called Aala. I'm always vocal about that community because you see other people being proud of where they come from. I'm not shy away to say, my father moved to that community from Ojudubega in 1991, and that was where I grew up. So I started like everyone. I love football on the street of Aala. I also played at grassroots level. I used to be very passionate about European football, a crazy United fan, and but journalism has always been there. Maybe because when I was growing up, I consumed a lot of sports shows, radio shows, TV programs, watch football, a lot of games. I was so connected to football, European football, national teams, a lot of memories. I think I can start saying maybe from 1996. I was still very young in 1994, but 1996 I could recall the drama with the Olympics. Ghana and 2000, I was already matured, and I maybe understand how football works by then, and I had this passion. So after school, I was searching for IT as a computer science student. I knew Bella Kazim from Olabisi Onabanjo University then, and then I chatted Bella and said I would love to test my hands on sport journalism, and it took me to Mr. Godwin on Top Sport, and that was how I started in 2010. So, and then when I started, I wanted to do something unique, something different in journalism. People are really crazy. Our generation then was crazy about European football. Yes. And I said I wanted to do something different. Initially, I wanted to be like an expert on athletics. That was the first inspiration I got. Then later, after a month, the inspiration changed to like, you have passion for football, you are crazy about European football, why don't you channel the energy? Why don't you channel the energy to domestic football, which NPFL? And then my generation then were not really keen on domestic football, and we saw that like that should be the introduction of using multimedia, what people call social media, as journalism. Because then if you're not big on the TV, on the radio, nobody wants to recognize, want to respect you. Then we knew that the multimedia sector is growing. We need to tap into there. Even if you have a Facebook account, you can be a journalist and you can create content on Twitter, Instagram, everywhere, YouTube. Then we're not really respected because people they find it very difficult to accept that this is the multimedia era of journalism. You can do your paper, you can do your big TV station. Sure. You can do, but multimedia is acceptable because for example, multimedia, there's a big news now. Finidi resigns. We already discussed everything on Twitter. Then you're writing the next day on newspaper, or you want to wait till 10 p.m. to have a discussion over it. So it was really tough to break in, a lot of obstacles and the rest. But I think I took the best decision for myself to follow the Nigerian football.
It always starts from the grassroots. You can't just go and just pick it. Yeah. And that's a very. Have you heard the story before? Just a year out.
Exactly.
So just a year out. Also, let me take you away from Africa a little.
Yep.
What's your favorite team in Europe?
Yeah, Man United. Man United. Yes, I got crazy about United. Like I said, I'm 1999, the UEFA Champions League final and stuff like that. The Beckham really attracted me. Alex Ferguson story. I was really a crazy United fan before. On the street of Alagbole, you can't just beat me when it comes to quiz about United. You know, we go on the street then to play, quiz topics and bet, and we win money before betting become crazy now. So I was really a crazy United fan.
So United, yeah. So what about in
Nigeria, I'm from Oyo State. I'm from Ibadan. Both my parents are from Ibadan, and I knew then when I was 10, I went for holiday for the first time, in Ibadan. And one of my uncle took me to a stadium and said, "Oh, we have a state club called Shooting Stars." At 10 years, I knew about Shooting Stars, and then I started following Shooting Stars. I've been a big fan of Shooting Stars until the day they attacked me. That was where the love ended. But yes, I was attacked in Ibadan, I think last year or so in one of the league games. It was really crazy, went viral. I was lucky to survive the mob, and but something that you love from a kid is pretty difficult to leave. I still have this passion for Shooting Stars, even though I've not been to Ibadan very. My wife has stopped me from going to watch Shooting Stars game and stuff like that. So, but Shooting Stars was really part of my blood and water.
Okay, so Shooting Stars now you don't have a favorite.
Yeah, it's still there. No, it's still there. We have
Shooting Stars.
Yeah, Shooting Stars is there. It's my childhood club. I can't deny them. Even though I have an ugly incident with them.
So
but
you still.
you still
pick them as.
Yes, absolutely. That's my favorite team in Nigeria.
I know that you're part of the would I say board?
Yep.
Now I'm talking about IKORODUCITY.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're part of the board of IKORODUCITY. What exactly is your role, sir?
Yeah, we started the club together in 2022. We have plenty of roles. We're co-founders because we are also part of people that started the club, and then duly part of the CAC document of the club as co-founders. Wow. And then part of the board of management of the club. And then when we started the club, we needed to break down roles, to people. We have chairman, we have chairman and CEO, then we have directors. Me, Kodri, and Pooja, serving in the directorship of the club, and then to run the activities of the club.
To not cut you, but that name, I need you to please repeat those names again.
Yes, Pooja and Kodri, and then Mr. Tomi Duarte is the chairman and CEO. We still have a few people on the board as well, but they're not really playing a lot of active roles right now. But we started with just like 5 or 6 people of us, and then
look where we are here today. Wow. So the thing is, that means you have all the knowledge about IKORODUCITY. So I'll ask something that is a bit inside.
Yep.
IKORODUCITY now, they just promoted to the NPFL.
Yep.
So due to the rigorous or the high financial how would I put it, financial ability to hold an NPFL slot, do you think a lot of teams have been selling slots over the years? Do you think IKORODUCITY would?
No, we will not. This question has been pumping up, and I say to people that it is not wrong to underrate our financial capacity, because we've said it several times. Like, if you look at Remo Stars, they've got a billionaire in there in Honorable Connection. if you look at sports in Lagos, Mr. Shola Pekstack, we know his history. He's a rich man. He's a billionaire. And then if you want to invest in Nigerian football, you need those funding. In IKORODUCITY, Sami Doherty, Pooja, Kodri, we're just normal people. We don't have that person in terms of billionaire level. But we are coming from an angle. I've spent 14 years in Nigerian football. I understand the challenges. I understand, ideas that you can put together with my board. Yeah. And then we knew that it's going to be difficult to run this club. So one thing we've been doing since we started this club is to reach out to people, sponsors, individuals, to support us. But I agree with you that NPFL is financially crazy. We've been working on our budget, and we're looking at like 500 million naira, and every time we tell ourselves, can we do this? But we knew what we were going to face in the NPFL in terms of the finances, and then we started, and we believe that we can do it. To be honest, it's going to be tough. But we are putting a lot of our heads together. Our major sponsor is really committing a lot into the club this season. They have always been there with us 2022, and then we're still talking to a lot of people to see how much we can raise this 500 million that we need to play in the season. season. And then hopefully, you have to, there's a lot of things that are attached to the NPFL. You look at the finances, you look at playing personnel, you look at coaching. It's not going to be easy. I can tell you for a fact that since we got promoted, we have not been sleeping. Every time ideas keep coming, we keep chasing people, and then we just hope that we can break even and see how much we can compete in the NPFL.
I guess that's why people actually were thinking of.
Yeah, we're going to sell our slot. We are not going to sell our slot. I mean, for integrity's sake, okay, if you sell our slot, this is the question I've been asking ourselves: how much? 150 million, 200 million? Then we'll get back to the NNL, and then when we promote the next time, nobody will take us serious. So it is very important that we go into the NPFL and compete on our strength, and just take the result that comes. I mean, we can survive or not. So it's better we compete on our strength, and then we keep our integrity as someone that can promote to go back. Any football result is win, lose, or draw. Or you get relegated, you finish on the continent, or you survive. So we're going to go there to compete on our strength.
And perfect. That's a perfect answer. So no slow selling.
We're not selling.
We are doing it this season. If I may ask, you apart from IKORODUCITY in NPFL generally, you're a big shot.
Yep.
You're a big shot, especially in sport journalism. So what do you think of the current growth of the league?
Yep.
And also the next season, this coming season, what do you think? What are the plans made? What are the plans in place to improve the league?
Yeah, absolutely. First thing, I want to give big appreciation to all content creators out there. Supporting the NPFL. I remember then in 2010, 11, 12, we ran a campaign that lasted for a lot of years, and we have an hashtag support the NPFL. So, I mean, in our country generally, there are challenges everywhere in this country. But I always tell people we can't keep complaining about these problems. We need to create solutions. We need to solve these problems. It's one of the reasons why some of us said, okay, let's also test our hands on administration by running a football club. So instead of me complaining about what someone is not doing right, let us create those solutions and try to correct those things. And then if we keep making solutions and we keep bringing people into the sector, and then we can able to bring a lot of numbers that have the same ideas, the league will grow. So, I mean, I will not be a journalist and I want to stay outside and say, see, the Europeans will not tell our stories. Yes, I understand that we can have preference. Yeah. We can have choices based on our consumption or what you like. But European people will not tell our stories. I don't have issues when people,
support.
You support your European football. I mean, I used to tell people that if you go back to the street of Aala and ask people, I'm crazy United fan. I rechannel my energy. Some people still keep it. Some people are very good talking about European football. They can also talk domestic football. I was not able to keep both. Domestic football took all my life.
All the energy.
So, I mean, kudos to the content creators. I mean, realize, 2010 we started, just few people. Now, if I go on Twitter, I'm losing count of people creating content for the NPFL. And that is how we can grow the ecosystem. I mean, everybody talking about the NPFL, everybody using their pages, their account, their platform to talk about the NPFL. And you could see, like we said, the improvement is huge. The banter is on a high. The content is on a high. We just need interaction. I mean, it's very big. We just need these administrators that lead our industry to just see reasons why we need to invest in this football, media marketing, and then trying to do reforms and implement these reforms. NPFL has the numbers. You can see people are passionate about this football. People want to consume domestic football. This is our home. This is our state. Like I said, I connected with shooting stars through my state. I mean, you are in Lagos on Sunday. You know that I will go to stadium to watch Ikorodu or Sporting. Yimba is coming, Rangers is coming. We need to build this culture back. But honestly, journalists are trying. Our administrators need to understand that they need to do a lot of work. We need reforms and we need implementation. But like you said, the banter, the engagement, the content is on the rise, and we can't just stop. We just have to keep, turning those content
commitment, and we have to continue it. We have to continue. That's what we are doing here.
Yeah, absolutely.
We are big supporters of the NPFL. We are not just supporters, we are part of it.
Yeah.
We have our own now.
Yes, no.
It's our duty.
Yes.
So one thing I would ask one thing again. Let's leave the guys aside. Let's come to the ladies. We know female football generally they are taking over currently, and I hope and pray Nigeria and Africa and all them behind too. So let's talk about Super Falcons.
Yep.
I don't know. I've been hearing they've been having some issues. Like they qualify for the Olympics and they're supposed to go. They've been having some issues with the NFF, probably funding and preparations. Why is that happening? And what do you think the solution should be?
Yeah, it's just what I said about our administrators. You know, the way we treat football in this country is absolutely sad. I mean, football is I think should be the biggest factor that unites Nigeria. Even as it is in the women's football, when that Olympics starts, you will see everybody want to watch Super Eagles. Look at how Nigeria was, the entire country was shut down for Super Eagles. You know, until the government and the administrator understand how much influence that football has in this country. The growth of the youth. This is what we can use to unite the country. But like I said, unfortunately, the way administrators run the football, it makes everything sad. But I've heard a lot of stories, you know, the sport ministry, they need to start getting funding, NPFL need to put the house together. And then a lot of problems with the girls as well. I've heard stories about Onomen, and then I think Odega. They are denying a lot of people wrote articles. You know, I am not part of that. People wrote articles they wanted to be part of the Olympics. The Olympics part is 18. Yes, I'm a fan of, you know, don't throw away the experience. The experience are needed to combine, I mean, with the young players. But when you're experienced, you see also have to add value to the team. Yeah, so I feel like Honome and Odega by now should announce their retirement.
Football is a physical sport.
I mean, let and you know, one thing, the good thing about women football is that you have an opportunity to start very young and they stay for a very long. Look at Honome,
very young.
I mean, World Cup 5 or 6 or something. You know,
very,
I mean, it is, and I saw it was even, you know, I mean, a mix-up statement. He said, I'm not begging, but I reach out to the coach. I would like to retire with the Olympics. I mean, you don't need that. You know, you're just
dying with somebody.
I mean, that means you reach out to the coach. You want to be at the Olympics at 41. I mean, we should know when to say, I quit, I stop, for other people to come in and also take that spot. And then you go out and start mentoring. See, I'll do things like the people coming for a lot of things. Sideline pitch, commentary, NPFL, and I tell them, see, 14 years, I can't do this every time. I have to allow people to come into the space.
That's how we grow.
I have to leave this space. Even sometimes I just leave my Twitter handle for these other creators to run content on the NPFL, and I try to just retweet to them. I mean, or sometimes I get information from these guys, and I give back to them by saying they are the source. You know, exactly. So I told people I don't even cover the NPFL like before again, because the influence of these content creators, they need an environment to shine. If I still want to be on that space every time, these guys will not shine. I don't want people to see me as the only person that can give accurate information about the NPFL or someone you need to wait for me. No, let it be sure that we have hundreds of people with accurate information about the NPFL. The sky is so big for everybody to fly. And honestly, sometimes when I look at the space of NPFL, I'm really excited about what guys are really doing.
So, to our Falcons, we beg the NFF to please, and the oldies, please leave it for the young ones. We appreciate you, but please leave it for the young ones. And so, from Super Falcons, I think we know where we're going next. The Super Falcons, we are going to the Super Eagles. The Super Eagles. Crazy things. Our people. So, do you think the Super Eagles would qualify for the World Cup?
Honestly, it's tough. We've dropped how many points now? 4 points with Pesero, 5 points with Finidi. That's 9 points. It's really crazy, honestly. Personally, I think it's going to be tough. I don't see how we're going to come out from the mess that we are right now, because I mean, Super Eagles' job comes with a lot of pressure. You have to manage a lot. The players' ego, the NFL problems.
They are big players.
Yeah, they're big players. So there's a lot of problems with the Super Eagles. And all the managers that we have had have not found it very easy, you know, working in our environment. You know, reason why I feel like Pesero going was a wrong decision, and a lot of people feel like, why do you support Finidi? We need continuity, because you want to take Finidi out, you bring new people into the system. Even Finidi, despite the fact that Finidi understood the system, Finidi had problems. We could see the problem that Finidi had, and he has to leave. Now you bring another new people to the system.
You start again.
I mean, we just saw Luce talking about a lot of experiences, so it's pretty tough. I think it's going to be difficult for us to make the World Cup, but it's still not impossible. We just have to win all our games. Is it?
The players can just.
I mean, you win all your games. You beat South Africa away. You win Oman away, and then you hope that other teams also drop points. But we need the NFF commitment. We need the players' commitment, and then the new manager. Okay, now look, Finidi has resigned. Finidi has even moved on faster by going to Rivers United, and the NFF are still there, not saying anything about this coaching crew. You need the manager. You need AFCON draws is today. Where is the new coach of the Super Eagles? It's just beyond us coming to camp. You need this manager to come on board. If there are problems, this manager can speak to previous coaches, try to build the bridges before the games in September. Even travel around, talk to these players, share your ideas with them. But if you're appointing this coach 2 weeks before the qualifiers, the coach will just come to camp, and these problems will linger. It's pretty difficult, but let's see, maybe these players will do the impossible.
Let's see means let's hope.
Yes, we just have to hope.
We just have to hope. Because another World Cup without Nigeria is just...
I mean, Olise said something on the podcast and said if Nigeria doesn't make the World Cup, it's going to be a big loss. And a lot of people were saying, it doesn't matter. It was speaking from the angle of FIFA. It's the expanded World Cup. Nigeria command a lot of respect outside where we are coming from. Yeah. If you see the kind of respect that we command outside, you'll be shocked. This is Nigeria and I respect like this. But unfortunately, when we get the respect, we don't respect ourselves. It is so sad.
That's a problem. And so before we go, I have a very important one to ask.
Yep.
That will be beneficial to our people out there.
All right.
We know your commitment to grassroots football. So I saw your post on Twitter about needing players for, I think, Ikorodu FC, and the format of scouting, which is, I must applaud. I've not seen it before, but it's one of a kind. I thought about this, but like, this thing makes sense, but I can't do that. This is how you get grassroots into these teams. There are players out there that are so good. I played football too, but alhamdulillah,
it's not easy.
So, can you please shed more light and give us at least in details?
Yes, I mean, as a community club, we want to connect with every community in Lagos, and then to some extent, if we can connect outside Lagos. I mean, when we started this club, like I said, we don't have that financial power to go and bring in big players. So, we need to create a path for the club.
With the young players,
I have always believed that there are young players who can play in the NPFL. Yes, there are talents in this country that can play in the NPFL. So, when you are talented, all you need next to play in the NPFL is the heart. Yeah. If you have the heart, if you have the wisdom and the knowledge to play football, and you have the heart, bro, you go play for NPFL. Because people, they play on 2 legs. And we have seen a lot of several examples. Look at Sani at Akwa United. Joined them in the second round. He's one of the most influential players for Akwa United. Young boy. University just promoted a young guy from the youth team towards a few games into the season. That guy did magic. Look at Remo Stars. The 3-man defense, 2 of them or 3 of them are even product of Remo Stars Academy. But let's say Nduka has been there before them. Akinyele and Stanley came from the youth team, and they jumped into that team and they took the shirt off even experienced players. Yeah. Ode was 18-year-old when he competed top scorer with legendary Tony Okbotu. So see, I've seen these examples all the time in the NPFL. Reason why I said if you have the knowledge to play football and you have the heart, you will play. And then yes, I agree that the NNL and the NPFL setup is different because in the NPFL you travel longer now. The games are much, I think we played about 20 league games or so. In the NPFL, 13 games, so plus cup games, you're doing about like 45, 50 games in the season. It's huge. And then you travel, come in, you get tired, fatigue, stress, and a lot of things. And then, the mileage, you're playing against Eimba, you're playing against just Ramos today, shootings today. So I believe that there are talent out there. But how do we connect with them? We've had collaboration with a lot of academies, but there are people that we can reach. So how do we reach them? It's in social media. Reason why I said it when I started, when we started social media content, journalism content, I call it multimedia. It was difficult for people to accept. But now I can tell you for a fact that when I made that post last week, I have connected with 3 strong academies. And then if you look at the talent they have, because of that tweet alone, they got in touch with me. Those people, I never knew them from
for free. No link up,
and now,
nothing, no
in fact,
connection.
Two other people from Ghana are reaching out to us. And then this morning we made a post of drop a video. Our video analyst will check, review. If you are good, we'll bring you in to check you. We'll surely get 1 or 2 talents. And what we want to do with these boys is, if they come in, we're able to break into our team, they can play. It's going to be a big story.
That's the best story. The best story was this boy just came in this season. The way you analyze the name of young players that came to the team, and
absolutely,
wow.
It's possible.
So it is possible, not by connection alone. It's possible now if you have the heart and the wisdom and the talent to play football. So you would drop his handle. So you go to that tweet. Then you will connect with him. It's free. At least you can see him. It's free. So you connect with him online, drop your videos, drop your talent videos, and pray too that he sees you. sure you understand. So also, Heroes.
Yeah.
You won't. I know you're, but at least you.
And they follow small.
So, who do you think?
Oh, I mean, it's really painful that Spain and Germany are meeting at this quarterfinal. Yes, I mean, these are two top favorites. Though I'm biased, I'm supporting Portugal because of Ronaldo. I'm a big Ronaldo fan, so I want that connection with Ronaldo. So, but he's looking as if this Portugal team is not strong. They're not strong. They're not strong. But I'm a fan of Ronaldo. I hope they can win. But if not, I think it's between Germany and Spain. Germany and Spain. Those two countries have really been top notch. They've really been amazing.
Yeah, Spain and Germany are facing each other.
Today, it's tough to see two of them knocking each other out by this time.
Those boys did not come to the party.
They know they come to party, but so let's see how it goes, Sha. Let's see how it goes with them.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you for the insight. Yeah. Me, I'm always learning on this show. I'm happy. We've had some of your, how would I put it, your mentees they mentioned you as their mentor.
They shock me.
So they had this same kind of insight. I learned a lot from them, and I'm learning a lot.
It's good. We learn from everybody.
So thank you very much.
Yeah,
and on behalf of the house.
Yeah, all right.
We have this small package for you, sir.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for honoring our visit.
Thank you.
Towards being more close.
Yes. No, I'm always available. I live very close to you guys, so I'm always available. Thank you so much for the gift. I appreciate it.
To actually impact the NPFL.
Yeah, absolutely.
A lot. So thank you very much, sir.
Yeah, all right. Thank you. I should go. Yeah.
So guys, I hope you enjoyed this. And the little thing we don't give you, go use them more. You're a football player, don't grow old before you blow. Join him. K-Sport. Sign out.